What's good, YouTube? This is Mr. Purple Zero back with another video. I wanted to touch on this topic with this boycott. Now, it's being said that basically the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics are looking to boycott, or they possibly might boycott the upcoming games, some playoff games coming up. Now, I don't want to touch on what happened in Wisconsin, if I'm saying it right, pardon me if I'm not, or Milwaukee. I don't know the full story of that, so I'm not even getting into that. But I will touch on is these NBA players. Now, my opinion is that there's no half-stepping in this game of protesting and, you know, fighting for freedom and equality. There's no half-stepping with it. When you bring up and you look back at Malcolm X and even Martin Luther King, they had two different sides, two different views. One was violence, one was non-violent. Regardless, they had two different views, but there was no half-stepping in their movement. There was no feet in, feet out. Malcolm X was about it straight to the end. Martin Luther King was about it straight to the end. They didn't dip and dive on whether we knee, don't knee, we forfeit, we don't forfeit, boycott, we don't boycott. They picked a side from the get-go. Now, from the beginning, before the bubble even was made and before it was created, it was said, you know, some players are not going to come back. Some are going to come back. If you choose to come back, you chose to come back to play basketball. And at the same time, the NBA gave them some, you know, things they could put on the back of their jerseys. Some of them are still taking knees. That's fine and all. But at the end of the day, you are choosing to come back to work and you're choosing to play basketball. You chose that. Now, you're not going to do both. And what I mean both is now you're not going to not play because of something that happened, an incident that happened. I get that we are upset, we are outraged at what's happening, but there's no half-stepping. So what I mean is, either you're going to play basketball right now, you're going to play ball, finish out this season, finish out the playoffs, or you're going to quit basketball right now, forfeit your check, and you're going to protest, you're going to march, we're going to take knees, we're going to do all that, we're going to not play, but you got to pick a side. I think a lot of these players are confused. You know, 1 minute, we in the struggle, we in the fight with us, they marching with us, they walking with us, they want to end this, they want to end that, and they shooting hoops. At the other minute, they're not shooting hoops. You got to pick a side, period. That's basically what I'm saying. There's no half-stepping in this field. What is going on right now is a very serious thing all across the country. But if you're choosing to play basketball, play basketball. If you're choosing to use your platform, the basketball stage, the bubble, to promote whatever it may be, to stop killing unarmed black people, to stop racism, period, all over the country, then use your platform, the basketball stage, to do that. If you're choosing to now, you know what, I'm not playing basketball. I don't want to play. I don't want to play for this team. I don't want to play for these owners. I want to do something and, you know, be out there for the people. Then do that. But leave the game. Don't half-step with it. Don't be in and don't be out. Don't 1 minute you ain't going to boycott. 1 minute you're going to take a knee. 1 minute you're not going to play ball. You have to pick a side because this is not a joke. There's people out there really dying and really fighting for the movement. So you cannot be about 1 minute I want to be about these playoffs. My team is looking good. And in a minute, man, I don't care about these playoffs. I don't care about basketball no more. I'm not doing that no more. I'm about this protest. You can't do that. Steven Jackson already told some of y'all. He already asked y'all. He begged y'all. Back when George Floyd, when everybody was protesting for George Floyd, Steven Jackson told the NBA players, don't play ball. Don't go back in there. Bubble, no bubble. Don't play basketball. Some people were skeptical. At the end of the day, majority of the players, the teams that were invited, went back to play basketball. So if you're going to go back to play basketball and you agree with everything that they set in place, remember Chris Paul and a lot of big-time players, because he speaks for the Players Union, was at this meeting when it came around to the owners and the players, and they decided we're going to put stuff on our jerseys, we're going to you know, preach what we want out there and get the message out. So you agreed upon that. And then you agreed to the terms to come back to play basketball. But now you want to look at it as something else is happening now, going on in the world. Let me get this straight. A lot of things are going to continue to happen. This has been happening for years. This is not even nothing new, period. This is going on forward. So you have to make a decision now. Am I going to be an activist or am I going to be a ball player? Now, if I'm going to be a ball player and I still want to support my people, that's fine. You can support the people. There's ways to do it. You want to take the knee? Take the knee. I don't care what nobody says. Take your knee. You want to write on your jersey, Black Lives Matter, or say their names, whatever it may be, your message, do that. But do not do both. Don't say you're going to not play basketball now, and then tomorrow you might play basketball. You don't play around like that, because it's not a joke on either side. You got to be in it or you got to be out of it. And that's all I'm trying to say. Malcolm X was in it. Straight up. He knew what it was. You knew what it was. You knew his position. You know what it was. Dr. Martin Luther King, he was in it. Straight up. You knew his position. So what are you going to do? Are you going to play basketball and at the same time promote your message and get it out to the people? Or are you going to step away from the game? Because that's how you got to do it. Step away from the game. Go out there, protest, march, but don't try to have your cake and eat it too. Because you want your money. You got your mansions. You got your millions. But at the same time, you want to be down for the little people like us. Which one is it? Are you for the people and for yourself, which is fine? We're gonna take a knee. We're gonna protest, or you're gonna be about your basketball check, period, straight up, or you're gonna be a straight activist. You're going to hit the streets. You're going to march. You're going to tell people to vote. But you got to be in it to win it. One side or the other. There's no both. So there's no boycotting games one day and then tomorrow we're going to end up playing. It's stupid. Just pick a side. That's all I'm saying.